My name is Paul. I handle business development at Allbridge. We are a cross-chain solution provider. So if you seek to access new chain, hop into the new protocol on a different chain, we are the guys to go. We've been on the market since 2021, and since then integrated a lot of different networks, EVM and non-EVM included. Obviously, Near, Aurora, Solana, and much more. We have a total of 18 different supported networks so far, with more integrations on the way. So in February 2022, we deployed our bridge to native Near. We've partnered with the team at Rep Finance and Celo to bring a lot of different Celo assets to Near ecosystem. And in just 1 month time, in March, we actually were the first bridge to bring Solana's ecosystem token Sol to Near. And I would like to take this opportunity to show a small demo and demonstrate how the entire bridging process works. So let me start here. We select the assets that want bridge. So there we go. For the practical disclaimer here, 0.2 Sol. We input the things, the address that we want to bridge to. Let's say we want to bridge 0.2 additional Sol here. Approving the transaction, and now we will wait for a little while. I've actually recorded a video demonstration for this just in case, but the entire process of editing the video actually took me lower than the the time that took to bridge to Near. So with the information now on the screen, we can connect the wallet, do the receiving, approving the transaction, and it should be done very soon. And after we bridged to Near, we can proceed to refinance, where there is a liquidity pair established for the Sol. Oh, there we go. And a convenient link. And we can just straight away swap it to Rep Near and interact with all sorts of different protocols in the Near ecosystem. So that was kind of the short overview of how the entire process works. Yes, another thing that brings me to here in this presentation is I would like to highlight how we utilized Near protocol in a very interesting use case. So we used it actually to deploy our bridge to XRPL, the ledger. Usually there are two smart contracts interacting in the sending and receiving process in a cross-chain transaction. But in the case of Ripple, there are no smart contracts there. So we had to figure out a way to how we can bridge it and circumvent this issue. So what we came up with is that when we introduced an intermediary smart contract on Near, which would be responsible for signature validation, and it will also maintain the list of used signature already to prevent double spending, and issue a unique sequence number to all of the transactions that are going to the Ripple. So this way we can actually implement Near protocol, as I call it, the source of truth, to validate and sign the transactions in this particular bridge instance. But at the same time, there are some limitations in the user experience that you've seen me do with the original Soul transfer. So what we're working on right now is we are trying to find some of the things to address and make user experience more convenient for everyone. Because when we receive Soul, we have to go to ref and swap the ref asset to something else. So we wanted to figure out a way to reduce the barriers to entry into the new chains. And what we're working on right now is our stablecoin solution, Allbridge Core. This is a separate bridge from what became known now as Allbridge Classic that you've seen me previously use. And in just one click, you can swap between a wide variety of different chains, all of the popular stablecoin pairs. And the experience is native. So we have established liquidity pools for each of the assets on every chain that we support. And because of it, when the user tries to send a native stablecoin from one chain, he will receive the native stablecoin on the other chain. We also specialize in the unique non-event chains integrations. So we've already integrated with the Solana, Tron, and also in addition to some of the popular EVM chains like Ethereum under BNB. And we've also, a popular issue is when you just created a new wallet and you don't have enough gas on it. So you would usually have to go to, for example, centralized exchange to transfer some of the gas token there in order to interact with the new chain, which is kind of inconvenient because if you want to access a new chain and use the bridge, you probably want to have a more decentralized way of going about. So in this instance, we actually launched our extra gas feature. So it allows you to pay in native gas token on the original chain that you sent from, and the bridge layer would credit some of the asset on the chain that you bridge to, in addition to the stablecoin transfer, stablecoins that you send. So this is something that we hope to potentially to extend to near ecosystem one day. And I would be happy to answer any of the questions that you might have concerning my presentation today. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties at first, but I hope it went smoother from there.
Thank you so much, Pavel. It was truly a seamless experience for me. A very like how efficient Allbridge can work. So I was wondering, how does Allbridge further fundamental innovation and application of bridging technology?
We believe that the future is truly multi-chain, and we want to expand the access to all sorts of different chains in the DeFi ecosystem. And we try to find ways to enable the swaps to the new chains that were previously not possible. So in this example that we used new protocol to circumvent the issue of not having a smart contract. And then we actually repeated it for the Stellar bridge that we recently deployed. So we try to be creative to bring about the multi-chain experience to the DeFi users.
Sounds good. I'm very curious how Allbridge is going to shape up. And in your view, what are the current challenges that bridges face, and how does Allbridge tackle those challenges?
Yes, so this is where I extensively went in my last part of the presentation, describing the experience of wrapped assets and IOUs and the various limitations to the user experiences. So our idea is to either completely eliminate them or make them less inconvenient to most. Also, the security issues comes to mind with the entire 2021, 2022. People have spent discussing various bridge hacks. So I believe a lot of can be improved upon in this area. And these are some of the limitations that bridge faces nowadays.
Excellent. And what type of security measures do you guys take to enhance the infrastructure?
We closely work with various auditing companies, our friends at Haken, our friends at Kudelski Security, who carefully undergo the auditing, who carefully audit our smart contracts to make sure that the issues have been polished and that the users have less to worry about.
Glad to hear. So then my final question is, are you guys planning to introduce new cross-chain solutions such as governance crosstalk mechanisms?
We are actually considering implementing some additional DAO functionality to the new bridge that would be affecting the fees and the addition of new chains. So we are looking in that direction. In our original bridge, we have what we call a staking DAO, where the users are determining the incentives that they receive for staking. But yeah, DAO is definitely an essential part of the DeFi. So it is something that we're hugely interested in.
Lovely. That was it from my end, Pavel. Thank you for your time, and looking forward to see Allbridge shaped up.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay.